Series Edition LLC with gunmetal crystal edge technology screens. Now, as I told you before, our technology can generate on projectors of 50 lumens. We showed you that in the demonstration, but we've marked down on the page 1500, but we can actually do it at 1000 also. So behind me, I have Old Faithful. The screen's in 4.3 because the projector is literally that old. One of the things, and I told you have to watch out for cheat demonstrations, people that are claiming things that they can't claim, especially the gray Cinemax. And the demonstration, ultra short throw projector, always ultra short throw projector, because again, there's no distance though in there, and again, it's less deterioration of the image. Another thing too, no real ambient light in the environment. Two windows opened up, there's no light coming through at all whatsoever. And as you can see, the area is not well illuminated. As you can see, our ceilings, our floors, everything's illuminated. There's no dark pockets in the background, none of that. And this is what we have here. These are our windows, plenty of light pushing through. Projector we're using in the demonstration. This is my Sony SVGA VPL CS4 projector. It's a 720p projector, SVGA as I said before, and this is a 600 by 800 Hz projector. Commercial case came on. This right here is the focus, not the focus, the zoom. That is all the way up. What do we got going on in the background? Oh, we got a video over top of this video. Give me a minute. I got a video playing behind this one on the other projector. Just the audio's coming through. Now, I'm going to show you what we get on our Old Faithful. Let me disconnect the sound first and reconnect it. Switch to Verizon. There we go. Now let's come back over to our screen. There's our screen right there. This is my 720p projector at 1000 lumens. This is one we call Old Faithful. We use it in a lot of demonstrations. Now, I told you before, ultra short throws, when you're watching a lot of demonstrations, when someone typecasts an ultra short throw over and over again, they don't do swap outs in the middle of videos. And the reason why is because they need that ultra short throw. They don't pick up contrast, they can't see color correctly without a high-end projector. In the demonstration, I couldn't care less how many windows you had open in the background. The problem you have is your projector is kissing your screen, which means your distance throw is sitting right up on top. Now, when I say I don't care, it means the individual who has a habit of doing these demonstrations on YouTube using a ultra short throw constantly all the time, these demonstrations, trying to tell you that you're going to get the same picture quality that he's receiving, you're just not going to get that. On top of that, as I told you before, that with the gray screen paint product, it's an obsolete product. This product does not have the capability of seeing color, can't pick up contrast. And again, as I said before, we give this away for free. I will be putting that at the bottom of the other video, how to make the product our digital crystal screen paint. In a few minutes when we get done these two demonstrations right here. So again, at around, probably we're good, probably about 17 feet from the screen, we're able to pick up at 1000 lumens 720p. And when you're using ultra short throw, this is the projector, like I said, that is kissing the screen. It's that far from the screen. So again, you're not really going to see much discoloration at all, period, from a projector that's sitting back at the distance we're at. One of the problems that gray screens have, like I said, can't see contrast levels. Let me let this run for a little bit. What are you doing back there? Trouble. That's our product right there. 4K snow screensavers. These are called white levels. So in a fully lit environment, as you can see, our technology can pick up at 1000 lumens easily at around 17 feet from a screen. Now again, ultra short throws, when you use those, how far are you from the screen? A foot, that's it. So there's no distance throw back and forth. And the reason why, your lumen count is going to be much higher because you're not going to lose that many lumens due to the fact that you are closer to the screen. Well, we're 17 feet at 1,000 lumens in a fully lit environment. Well, you can see our walls and everything are well illuminated. We don't have 1,000 lumens by the time we make contact to the screen. All right, let me come over here for a minute. Let me put this up here real quick. Red screen. Told you, gray screens can't see color. Now mind you, the higher the white level on the gray screen, the poorer the color. Purple screen. I'm going to take this one right here. Doesn't register at all, period. Blue screen. That's it. But they can pick up a high white level. Now, if the screen you showed in the demonstration versus a gray screen picked up a white level that high, that thing next to this product, we could turn into a sheet of white paper. See, when you're dealing with a screen, you have to have a tone. If you don't have that tone in there, we could receive white light as you saw in the snow demonstration, but if you don't have that tone, and this is the first thing I pull up when I do certifies, I'll look for that tone. If that tone doesn't pop up, that tells me at the end of the day, you can't see color. So you just downgraded your screen. And we're only at 1,000 lumens, 720p. And it won't pick up. You would think, but it won't. Okay, let's go over here to light blue. Still doesn't pick up. Let's go over to, and again, that's virtually impossible. What we just saw in the demonstration, that's not going to happen again, because again, all the other gray screens didn't have the same effect, so no. But again, you don't want high white levels on a gray screen. That's the last thing you want, because again, the higher your white levels, the faster colors are going to wash out and you can't pick them up. Let's get a white sheet of paper. Aside for a minute. All right, so now we have a white surface. So that's the difference between the white screen and the gray paint. Just a hiccup, that's it. We're at 1,000 lumens. Our screen's picking up with no problem whatsoever. Fully lit environment. As you see the gray screen, it's an obsolete. The higher the white level, the faster the gray screen is going to wash out. So when you're showing a screen that's turning another screen that dark because it's claiming to pick up a white level that high, it's a bad thing, because that means that it's going to have a really hard time picking up color and picking up contrast. Let's go back to our colors again. We'll go back to show you the white levels here first. And then we'll go back and show you the colors. Starting with purple. Commercial. Starting with purple. So the higher white level, the worse your screen's going to come out. You don't want a high white level. That's the last thing you want on a gray screen. Gray screen has to be to achieve contrast levels. This is why when it comes to upgrading your white projection screen or your gray screen, if you have one painted gray, this is why our black technology is far better, because we can receive contrast and we can do it at 1,000 lumens. So the higher the white levels on the gray screen, bad idea, extremely bad. What you want is to be able to see contrast. That's what you need. If not, you'll match a white sheet of paper. Now with black technology, we have to be able to receive and understand white light. If we can't pick up and understand white light, that means the screen can't generate, it can't see, colors come up dirty, white levels come up dirty, skin tones, all that stuff. But our technology can see white light. It can do it in 1,000 lumens at 17 feet from a screen in a fully lit environment. Let's go pick up green. I told you I'm saying the gain is on a dedicated black Cinemax. Oh, it's pink or gray. It's like gray to me. Let's go with, we got dark orange. It's a little color changer. Slow color changer. Slow color changer. There we go. Now, let's show you how we increase the light in the environment. So much light we have coming in, nice and bright to the entire environment. We have overheads, plenty of light in the environment. You see, nice and bright. And see how our screen is able to absorb all that light, still maintain a solid color, or the white and gray will wash out. As I told you before, the higher the white levels on the gray screen, the worse it's going to become. Let's see if we can find our video. There it is. So this is a slow color changer. This is to show you exactly how well the color is going to come up between our black technology and the gray screen. The last thing you want to brag about when it comes to a gray screen is a high white level. That's the last thing you want to do. Because what's going to happen is that means that you can't receive any form of contrast, and contrast is needed to produce color. Again, run a 1,000 lumen projector. Look at my environment. We don't know bookcases and anything blocking our screen. Look how far my projector sits back from an ultra short throw. So that's why that environment where that screen was sitting, that was no ambient light. That's not an ambient light environment at all, period. There's no light in the environment. It's too dark. See my corners right here of my wall? See how the light splashes in? No, your environment's too dark. This is how you do an ambient light environment. And you do it at 1,000 lumens, and you drop your projector back at a distance. So if you paint your screen with this mess, you have downgraded your product. And I would love to see the digital and crystal screen paint in that demonstration. Mind, this is a free product we give away for free. I guarantee you, he won't be to turn that dark. Or any of the other household paints, because the demonstration was faked. Our demonstrations, well, our demonstrations are real because we do things by the book over here. So as you can see, gray screen is completely horrible for your setup. Let's do, real quick, let's see if the screen can turn our screen dark. 4K Snow Cottage. So as you can see, it doesn't turn our screen dark where it's unwatchable. That's virtually impossible. As a matter of fact, as you can see, we're picking up all the detail, including the white levels, where the gray and white screen are not picking up any detail at all because they don't have a contrast level. Now mind you, if that product I have right there on the digital and crystal screen paint could turn a white level that high, this would be a bad sign for our gray screen paints, because again, too high of a white level will cause the screen to wash out. Skyworth food demonstration. Now I noticed something too. When doing the Skyworth food demonstration, the black background wasn't displayed. I wonder why. not pick up any color at all. It's a high white level, that's it. Look at the fruit. This is why you don't want a gray screen with a high white level. Extremely bad. Starfield screensaver. And the higher white level means it can't receive and understand contrast, which you're definitely not picking up. So, as I said, two things in that demonstration were way off. As I told you before, you got to be careful. Number one, the other demonstrations didn't have that problem or didn't show anything like that to begin with, and there were no other screen paints in the demonstration. Number two, if a gray screen produced a white level that high, it'd be really bad. It'd be a serious downgrade because it can't receive contrast. One of the things I noticed that when I watched the food demonstration, where was the beginning of the title? Because the beginning of the title shows up black, then the number counts down and it transfers to white. Where was that? There were no contrast demonstrations ever done in the video. You know why? Because that darker surface would have basically dominated. That's why. See, the problem you have here is that the gray screen can't transition, which means it can't change. If you go to contrast, it can't pick up contrast. If you go to color, it can't pick up color. It can only pick up these high white fainted levels. 8K desired nature. This is transition. Screen's changing back and forth. It can't register any of that because the white levels would be entirely too high. There you go. Can't read color, can't read contrast. That's why you never ever paint your screen with a gray screen. And any screen that has a white level that's too high, this is basically going to damage the screen. Or damage the performance. It's definitely going to damage your screen. Nothing's picking up at 1,000 lumens. What are you doing? Get away from there now. Yeah, you know better than that. That's what you'll get from my PC. Go in there. Now, as I said before, if anyone feels that the product we have here on the digital and crystal screen paint feels at the end of the day that their product can basically overpower the digital one, well, I'll go in and I'll put the free ingredients and you can make it and do it live. We've always said that and we haven't seen anyone do it yet. But as I told you before, gray screens, extremely bad idea to paint this on because this is an outdated product. Showed you demonstrations that can go back from 11 years. That's how old that product is. Let's go pull up a contrast demonstration for this too also. Can we get around that? No, we gotta go through it. contrast demonstration. At 1,000 lumens, I think this projector has 100:1 contrast. Pretty low, I know that. TCL 4K demonstrations. So if that product, as I said before, Cinemax, which you know is a fake, if you pull up a higher white level than the digital and crystal screen paint, and like I said, I'll put the ingredients, you can make it live right on camera, then that means that what's going to happen is this technology here would wipe your screen. Because the last thing you want to do is sit along this screen with a product that's that light gray. It would wash out on our technology. And that's why I told you at the end of the day that if a gray screen could generate a level that high, it's a bad idea, extremely bad idea. Because that means that you have now introduced yourself into the white screen zone. We're at 1,000 lumens. We're not even at 1,000 lumens when we hit the screen. We're 17 feet back. Show you the difference between my demonstration hits. My screen's 100 inches. There's my little projector. So that light we have coming in over top. And our screen can generate at 1,000 lumens. That digital and crystal screen paint sitting there, you make that free ingredients. You put that against your screen. If you're able to turn that dark, then that means this technology right here would eat your screen up easily. Because this screen right here being gray is having a hard time being able to maintain next to this technology. Because it's designed to generate very bright images, it pulls up 100% color, and it generates 100% contrast. So that means you just described an outdated screen. That's what you just did on your channel. LG beta fish. So that was discussion. Any gray screen that generates that high, and again, it doesn't, but if it generates that high, you would have an extremely difficult time in a real lit environment. Your environment's not lit. Your environment is actually quite dark. My environment, on the other hand, is very, very bright. I'm not using ultra short throw, so I'm kissing the screen. I'm at 17 feet back on a portable. My projector is not 3,000 lumens, it's only 1,000. It's not 4K, it's 720p, 600 by 800 res. LG Jazz demonstration. Like I said, two ways it's backfired for him. Number one, you can't prove the screen does that because, again, you have to go against other great products, and it's not going to work. We all know that. Number two, you described a gray screen pulling an extremely high white level, which is extremely bad, very bad, especially when you come across gunmetal and black technology, because we can eat those screens up easily, which I'm showing you right now at 1,000 lumens. No expensive projectors, no projectors kissing, no dark environments. We'd eat your screen up. That means that makes your paint an obsolete product automatically from the door, and it makes it a downgrade for any projector. We can't even get 1,000 lumens, won't even run on that if it's generating that high of a white level. You have no balance, there's nothing there, it's a white screen. Color does not come from solid whites, it doesn't. It comes from a balance of whites and blacks together, but you have to have an extremely high black level to pick up real color. Your screen literally has to be black. It can't be gunmetal, it can't be gray, it can't be white. It has to be black to do it. This is why when we do demonstrations, we're in fully lit environments, like the Optima GT 5500 demonstration, like the Sony VPL projector FH30 outside at 150 inches displaying color. Because if your screen is gray, you can't see contrast. I don't understand how people don't understand the concept of that theory that your screen has to be 100% black, and they think a gray screen can do this. Where in the world would a gray screen have the capability of pulling a 100% black level? How would that even be possible? But yet, some people believe in that theory. So how would it work? Red screen. Can't see color. Nothing on the menu will come up. Only thing you can pick up is white. That's it. Tropical fish. What else we got? We can run here real quick. Sony pinball demonstration 4K. Good luck come football season with this stuff at the end of the day. Oh, we'll show you that too. And for those of you that want to be outside watching football, yeah, that's definitely not going to work, I'm telling you. Gray screen is the last thing you want to paint it on. It picks up, the whole purpose, like I said, behind the gray screen was to generate higher contrast levels, higher shades of gray. That's what it's designed for. Certified to do much higher than that, but that's what it was designed for. No one ever developed a gray screen saying I want higher white levels. Never. And our technology has the ability to read and understand white light at 1,000 lumens. We can do it at 17 feedback. We can do it at 50 lumens if we choose to. We can bounce it off a ceiling if we want to. Man, look at that. And just to show you that he can't back it up, that ingredient's for free. I'm gonna post it. He's more than welcome to go out and make it, and I guarantee he won't. You can't fake that demonstration because everybody knows what's in it. See my environment? See how well that is? don't need 2 million to 1 contrast projectors or expensive machines to get a screen to generate. Look at that. J and K 4K demonstrations. Oh yeah, you might want to leave out of this one. This is going to be bad for you. Oh, wait, I forgot. I want to do the whatchamacallit real quick. Football highlights. Let's show you this football season coming up. Let's show you what's going to happen if you do this on a gray screen. Mind you're running at 1,000 lumens. That's it. You're not picking up jet, just so you know that. Let me see best catches. I'm going to go with this one right here. There you go. If you can't see green on a gray screen or a white screen, how are you going to pick up the field? Can't pick up any of the colors, nothing's going to come up. Now, if I take this off our screen and we stick it over here on the white screen, you'll see a little bit of an improvement, because that's why when you watch demonstrations, they do them on standalones. That's what they do. But if a gray screen is any gray screen is bragging about pulling high white levels, you are outdated, because guess what brags about pulling high white levels? White screens do. We all know what a white screen does. Batman, Dark Knight. Forces on his commercial? I guess they're not forces on his commercial. We can get that. 1,000 lumens, fully lit environment. I can watch Batman on our technology. 1,000 lumens, fully lit environment, a gray screen can't register. And if a gray screen, again, is pulling a level that high, a white level, guess what? It can't register. It's going to wash out. It's going to be even worse. It's going to have that white sheet of paper. Batman versus Superman. I like this part. It's really dark in here on this one. There we go. This is how to downgrade and destroy your screen by using a white or gray product. Now to upgrade it is with our technology. And you're right, you do have a 4K tri-laser projector, but the same sad thing about that, you have to use that. We don't have to do that. We could do that in this well-lit environment on this little projector sitting behind us, and still pick up an image far more superior than gray and white. And if you really want me to crush your stuff, I can bring out that 2024 glass. That technology right there is brutal. Only at 50%, it can wipe out anything, just anything we put next to it. Which I'm going to do a demonstration next to that white wall over there. That should be fun. We'll knock out the white wall, knock out black paint and fabric at the same time, take out a certified and wipe out gray screen clean. All under 720p. Let's see, we're going to go to next. We did colors, all that didn't come up. Let me see what we've got here. What else we need out here? Anything else we need? 4K snow screensavers. Oh, no. Better yet, I want some bright colors. We did this already. This was done already. This is easy. This is cakewalk for us. This is nothing. We do this all day. I want that color one, that visual color display. That thing was super bright. Visual color display. No, don't pick the one I want. I want the one I want. There it is right there. So since we showed you the color levels, can't read color in any way whatsoever, it's definitely not going to pick up contrast. So these are the two things combined in these particular demonstrations, which is contrast and bright colors. And as I told you, gray screens, white screens can't see it. And again, this is on our little projector right here. You can look it up for yourself. That's a $5,000 certified. Let's do the $5,000 certified. And let's put that against the gray product. Darker shade of gray. It's going to pick up better. But our technology is 100% black. Most people don't want to spend $5,000 for a screen. Those who do have the money to do so. So you will be sticking with the gray and white screen. And this is what you'll be getting. Just a brighter color in there. Here we go, the boom box, definitely the boom box. All right, so let's change the scenery a bit. Let's darken it a bit in here. I don't know how much we're going to darken here, because my environment's pretty well lit. Well, let's try. So blinds are closed behind us. We still have just the lights on now in the environment. Our blinds are shut. But we still have the overheads on. And as you can see, the gray and white screen, not registering anything. Now, like I said, anyone making great products, I mean anyone, if you feel that I'm wrong in this demonstration, that product right there on the digital crystal screen paint is free. I will post the ingredients. You can make it yourself and put on live on camera. If you're making false accusations and claims on YouTube that your screen generates a higher white level than a gray screen, you can make that and put that on your screen and prove me wrong. If you don't do the demonstration, then we know you're a liar. Well, we know you're a liar anyway, because from the demonstrations we already saw. But just to put out there, it's humor a little bit, let's entertain it a little bit. As for this, I told you before, we've been doing this stuff for 11 years back. I said 10 years, I looked at my videos, we're about 11 years back making great screen paint products. If I tell you at the end of the day it's an outdated screen, it is an outdated screen. You've just downgraded your setup. And we're not on an expensive projector, we're not sitting there kissing the screen, we weren't in a dark environment, which you're about to turn the lights now, but again, you downgraded your product. Let's go take our lights out. This is as dark as it gets in here, that's it. Case no screensavers. So I can see it's not turning our screen ultra black like it's supposed to. No, it's not going to happen. supposed to be to pick up the detail. That's detailed throughout the entire design, but you can't see it because the screen can't register it. Let's go with red screen. There's only 1,000 lumens, that's it. Let's go through the colors. Purple, green. I don't know how you people use this stuff. I could imagine, my screen's 159 inches, 1610. I could imagine having a gray screen paint in there. This would be absolutely awful. There's nothing that would pull up. Like, what would I use it for? We can't even use this up on site. That's why we give away gray screen paint, because we can't use it. Now, against the technology we got now. First, let's get light blue. Won't see it. Let's get that fire display. Can't see it. J and K 4K demonstrations. Find that demonstration. Oh, Coca-Cola. It's definitely not going to pick that up. I'm going to get to this first. Then we got this one right here. It's not going to pick that up either. So you can see right here on the menu, it's not picking up jack. 1,000 lumens. That's the gray screens don't work for jack. I mean, like I said, at one point they did work, but now, oh man. Let's do this one right here. I remember one time when we were on the site and somebody said, what about a gray screen? I was like, what are we going to do with it? What are we doing with it? Like, where would we put it? Where would we put it at? Can't use it for floor technology. It won't pick up because they got to use bright lights in those environments. And we can't use it for projection screens either because it won't work. Ceiling technology? No. Projector mapping applications? No. I wouldn't even waste the time on a 4K projector with this stuff. Why would I use a 4K projector on a screen that can't see proper color? It's a waste of time. This is the reason why that if these projectors are making these more and more advanced machines, what's the point if you don't have a screen that can read what the projector is putting out? It's a hit and miss situation. Well, it don't work on anything. This is my 720p. Let me see. When we get done, I'm going to swap this out. That's my 720p NEC. So we're going to swap out for that projector right there. Oh, we got cords for this one right over here. This is ultra short throw. 720p2 also model. This one's at 3600 lumens, so it's actually higher than the Optima P2. If my other projector is shut down, unless I can plug it up over here, that'd be good. Let's see if I can do that. Should be able to. Yeah, we got to reach. Let's see if I've got a mask on that one. Alright, so this one right here is an NEC at 3600 lumens, ultra short throw. This is actually 6,000 lumens higher than a P2. And then you can see it's sitting right up on top of the screen. Okay, let's get this one adjusted right where it needs to be at. Make sure we were all plugged in. We all plugged in? All right, last one's the last one. See what you're doing here. And then we'll take a 4,000 lumens. Now, come on, be nice. Let me get rid of something on the phone here. Sure, how this one. This is way gap big. Fresh power units. Yeah, for the last elevation, it should be. There we go. I'm gonna get that cord fixed on my fire stick. Because we're yanking it out. Just, gotta stop doing that. This is the projector we just used. Another projector swap out. Sure. YouTube.
Sure. Here's YouTube.
Now, like I said, anyone who wants to test my theory of signal a liar, that product in the middle, that's free. I'll put down how to make it. You're more than welcome to make it on your YouTube channel. You have my permission. Let's see if you can back it up. So let's go over here, put some colors. Told you, doesn't register. Gray screens don't work at all, period. And it's no gray screen out there on the face of the planet that can basically generate a white level literally so high it turns another gray screen dark. That's not true. Another thing too is if a gray screen did have that capability, it'd be in a lot of trouble because again, it'd be reacting like a white screen, and that's what you want to stay away from. You don't want white levels that high. Now that's an NEC projector we're using right now. That's 3,600 lumens. This projector is 6,000 lumens higher than a P2. There it is. Look at the model number, see what it's all about. There you go. And that's what you'll pick up on gray and white surfaces. Our black technology, of course, is ultra short though compatible. Look how incredible that looks. Slow color changer. She didn't respond.
Getting that from
Oh, she
YouTube.
did respond good enough for me too. See what she got. Okay, yeah. Let's do a color change out.
By the time this Eagles fan is finished drinking his Pepsi, you'll be 15 seconds closer.
Now, I'm going to tell you something right now what's going to happen. We'll put the free ingredients out. As a matter of fact, I'll do one better. I'll do one last demonstration on this nonsense. I'll put his name under the video, and I'll basically challenge him to make the paint and put it against his own product, and I guarantee you it won't get done. He can't go in and he can't, as a matter of fact, we'll do a little differently. We'll give him the free ingredients, he can make it, and we'll also put in there, he has to put network gray 773 and slip silver to show that his product actually does this. And I guarantee you that it'll never get done. I guarantee you. And he has two downsides here. One downside is that he can't do the demonstration, we know that. Number two, any gray screen that generates a white level that high is going to have a lot of problems. And I mean a lot of problems. It's going to react like a white screen. You don't want gray screens to pull higher white levels. You want them to pull better contrast. That's what you want. Because if you don't, and they pull high white levels, this is what you get. Easier to do ultra short demonstrations as I said before because there's no distance though in there. Projector is sitting right on top of the screen. See how my windows up here, the blinds are opened up so light can push through. We don't have those closed, so it's darker up there and lighter down here. We don't do that kind of nonsense. And at 3,600 lumens, it's just 6,000 lumens higher than the Optima. It won't register at all, period. Because the Black Cinemax is a much more superior technology. 4K is no screensavers.
Getting that from YouTube.
Try not to go over my target. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Ooh, phone's dummy. We have the chargers in here. Ugly. Put another phone, another battery. So you see all the windows are open, plenty of light in the environment. On a projector of NEC 720p at 3,600 lumens, gray screen can't register, can't pick up. And like I said, if anyone feels at the end of the day that this demonstration is fake, it's phony, it's not real, and they feel that the gray screen paint we have in the demonstration, that they're going to overpower it, then hey, you can make it. It's a free product. We give it away for free. I'll put the information below so you can make it for yourself. On the demonstration, there's no dark areas, no dark pockets. But I like to do things by the book so people know exactly what they're getting themselves into. We did a projector swap out in the middle of the demonstration, went from 1,000 lumens to ultra short throw. And as you can see, the gray screen doesn't register, doesn't pick up anything. As I said before, it's an obsolete product. It's been around for like 11 years. And when I came into the scene, it was 11 years ago. There are people making this stuff 5 years before me. So it's a pretty old product. So don't downgrade your product with a grade mix. Our Cinemax, our Black Cinemax, the dedicated Black Cinemax is the best choice for your home theater setup. And again, no expensive projectors required. Projectors sitting on the floor cost me $60. These projectors are under $200 on eBay, where a $3,300 projector with a 2:1 can't even pick up a contrast in a fully lit environment. So again, wasting your time and money. All right, gotta go, and God bless.